Logos, stand by.
Remove legal. And cue logo.
And then you go ahead and get my favorite band tattooed on both of your forearms. Marshall Tucker Band? Nope. Alabama?
We are ready for start of game. Okay, we're set.
And the Dow Jones dropped about 11% today, leaving it at about 9,542. To be completely honest, I have no idea what that
Look,
means.
Mummy, there's a large creature eating me biscuit.
Wow, kid, your breakfast tastes like gravel.
I would fancy something tasty.
Hey!
Okay, looks like our player is all set.
We're at 30 seconds.
Hey there, Donnie is my monocle. Do you desire any tutelage in the ways of the instructions? Not a problem. This player has it down packed. Oops, okay, I see. Big hurry. Hurry it up, people!
Today's wrong answer of the game is brought to you by Brown Anna Banana Toasters. For a perfectly toasted banana the first time and every time. Say, nice banana.
Okay, let's get this show on the road. First up, will you calamari me? If Nadia Suleiman, better known as the Octomom, actually behaved like a female octopus, what would happen after she gave birth? She'd die, her spine would dissolve, she'd eat her children, or she'd eat the genitals of the father of her children. That's how she got into this mess in the first place. Want to see the right answer? Female octopuses, octopi? Whatever. Die shortly after their eggs hatch, so the Octomom would unfortunately kick the bucket. Then they bury her in one casket and her uterus in another. Open wide for I Heart Atom. If Albert Einstein had written a romantic comedy about the atomic relationship between neutrons and electrons, which Jennifer Aniston flick would have provided the most appropriate title? The Breakup, The Object of My Affection, He's Just Not That Into You, or Leprechaun? And I thought Marley and Me was sad. Here's what a right answer looks like. Because neutrons have no electrical charge, the negatively charged electrons are not and never will be attracted to them. But I did see a picture in Us Weekly of an electron getting frozen yogurt with a proton in Palm Springs. Woo! Take a good look at bedbugs, bye bye bye, and it's a toxic dis or dat. I'm gonna read you a list of 7 names. For each one, you need to tell me if it's a boy band or an insect repellent brand. If it's a boy band, press your X button. If it's insect repellent, press your B button. Each one right gets you $300. Each one wrong. Ah, you're familiar with the dis or dat. Perfect. Take that. Cutter. 98 degrees. Damage. Off. Ultra pure. Ozone. On a scale of Joey Fatone to Justin Timberlake, I'd say that performance was a Lance Bass. Nice, but nothing special. I play the 98 Degrees Christmas CD to keep ants out of my kitchen. Here's one I like to call Facelift Book. Which website would not be a fancier version of Facebook? Physiognomy Book, Natees Book, Countenance Book, or Visage Book? Face. Why didn't you pick this? Natees Book would be a fancy name for Ass Book. And trust me, you don't want your friend to poke you on Ass Book.
Where's the vibe, girl? Rock my world, girl. Ooh, yeah.
Next up, Gory. Suppose Al Gore gets gored during the running of the bulls in Spain. If he demands a recount of all the bulls and steers in the run, what will the recount find? 12 suspicious bulls and steers, 20 dubious bulls and steers, 36 fishy bulls and steers, or 51 questionable bulls and steers? Next time, try this. Each day of the running of the Bulls Festival, 6 bulls are released along with 6 steer, so 12 animals in total. The bull's horn didn't pierce Al Gore all the way through. It just left him with dangling chaps. That's the end of round 1, where you pretty much crapped your pants. Remember, in round 2, every question is worth double. And keep in mind, big cash prizes can be yours if you find the wrong answer of the game. Well, no time like the present. And on its way, I love you, Meth Cooper. I've been watching that AMC show Breaking Bad about a high school chemistry teacher who uses his science powers for evil by manufacturing drugs. And speaking of chemistry, the title Breaking Bad contains several chemical symbols such as Br, K, N, and Ba. So now it's time for a chemistry pop quiz. Which of those symbols have I matched with the wrong name? Bromine, Br, potassium, K, nickel, N, or barium, Ba? Bromine, Br. It's right there in the very beginning. It's like you flunked out during the first day of class. Here's what you meant to pick. N stands for nitrogen. Nickel is Ni. Chemistry was never my strong suit in high school. And by that I mean I didn't have chemistry with anyone of the opposite sex, or the same sex, really. This one's known as, "This heavy metal band is confusing." What might a typical headbanger yell at a Satan-worshipping death metal concert? Neptune's moon rocks! Helicopters kick ass! Meat substitutes Wait, hold on, give me a second. There's gotta be a way to tie this into a Uranus joke. I so wanted you to pick this one. Seitan is a common vegetarian meat substitute made from cooked wheat gluten. Yeah, that should be a pretty awesome concert.
Plucking chickens, picking out a mate. Guess I'll marry 8.
It's time for Referio. I don't know if you've ever been to Rio de Janeiro, but they have that giant stone statue looming over the city called Christ the Redeemer. It's real famous. If Rio's Christ the Redeemer statue were refereeing a game played by other giant statues, what call would he be making? Touchdown, safe, traveling, or pass interference? This would have worked. The Christ the Redeemer statue's arms are stuck straight out to the sides, sort of like an umpire calling a baseball player safe. Still, Christ would make a pretty annoying ump, constantly saying things like, "You know, the only way to be truly safe is to accept me as your personal savior." Here we have, "Stop rhyming now, I mean it." Eating which of these snacks would make Mr. Peanut a cannibal? Corn nuts, Cracker Jacks, grape nuts, or munchies? Yeah, you get the munchies a lot, don't you? Oh, you're gonna kick yourself. Cracker Jacks is the only snack listed that contains nuts. What does Mr. Peanut eat anyway? I'm guessing it's a lot of fish. Don't know why, just seems like he'd eat a lot of fish. Maybe it's the monocle.
Hold me, never let me go.
Coming up, Big Dickens. Which Charles Dickens novel ends most like the way The Sopranos ended? Great Expectations, The Mystery of Edwin Drood, A Christmas Carol. Oh, great. Now I actually have to read Little Dorrit and see if you're right or not. Daniel Doyce was waiting there, Mr. Panks. Little Dorrit's old friend held the inkstand. She signed her name and made their usual uproar. The end. No, it's different. One right answer coming up. Dickens died before finishing The Mystery of Edwin Drood, so it pretty much stops without getting to an ending, just as, love it or hate it, the last episode of The Sopranos dramatically cuts to black. I hate it when things don't have proper endings. Reminds me of a joke. A mobster, a writer, and a turn-of-the-century British street urchin walk into a... Welcome to... Oh, you know all about the attack. Lovely. Here's your clue. Sequel. The subtitle. Get ready for a massive disappointment. Good luck. There it is! Nice. That was right up there with the best sequels. Godfather 2, Spider-Man 2, Weekend at Bernie's 2.
You don't know Jack!
That'll do it, folks. What's going on, Donnie?
Hey, are you eager to play another round?
EA Sports. It's in the game.
This game is on fire!
to Contestants Row. The contestant with the bid closest to the actual retail price of the item. Here's the item up for bid. Well, here it comes. A beautiful new area rug. Home accessory designer Claire Marie captures the essence of the sea while bringing its pleasures into your home with it. Let's start the bidding. All right, what's your bid? Okay, please give me your bid. And how much do you think it's worth? All right, your bid, please. Actual retail price is... Let's move on to the next round. Welcome to Contestants. Here's the item up for bid. It's a terrific gas range. Let's start the bidding. All right, what's your bid? Okay, please give me your bid. And how much do you think it's worth? All right, your bid, please. Actual retail price is... Let's move on to the next round. Welcome to Contest. Here's the item up for bid. Let's start the bidding. All right, what's your bid? Okay, please give me your bid. And how much do you think it's worth? All right, your bid, please. Actual retail price is... Let's move on to the next round. Welcome to Contestants Row. Here's the item up for bid. There's a great selection of phones. From VTech, create multi-phone systems from one phone jack. Set up digital mailboxes and zap telemarketing calls. Let's start the bidding. All right, what's your bid? Okay, please give me your bid. And how much do you think it's worth? All right, your bid, please. Actual retail price is... Let's move on to the next round. Welcome to Contestants Row. Here's the item up for bid. Here's fun his and her scuba equipment. From decor, his and her scuba gear to explore the underground water world. Let's start the bidding. All right, what's your bid? Okay, please give me your bid. And how much do you think it's worth? All right, your bid, please. Actual retail price is... It's time for the last round. Good luck. Welcome to Contestant. Here's the item up for bid. An entertaining karaoke system. Voco Pro's high-powered all-in-one digital karaoke system. Let's start the bidding. All right, what's your bid? Okay, please give me your bid. And how much do you think it's worth? All right, your bid, please. actual retail price is... That was the last round.